Why would that question upset you? You seem upset by it, are you?
I think you.
And I'm not trying to upset you.
Well, you are upsetting me because the way you're phrasing questions, I think, is not cogent.
So you said if they kill the company, it's them. But doesn't the buck stop with you? I mean, you're
Don, I have to say, choose your question carefully. There's 5 minutes left. How many times was hate content viewed on our platform? It is down substantially.
Yeah. Well, that's not was what the study shows. And you said you like transparency. I'm going to show you this. And
Don, you can get a study that will tell you whatever you...
Elon Musk is on a rampage, dismantling woke journalists as if he's playing a real-life game of Twitter demolition derby. His newest target, Don Lemon, the former CNN anchor turned freelance commentator. Once friendly, their relationship soured quickly when Musk realized Lemon wasn't just woke. He had become a symbol of it. Musk unleashed a brutal verbal takedown so fiery that it sent shockwaves through woke Twitter, resembling the speed of a Tesla on its fastest setting. What did Lemon say to provoke such an intense reaction, and how savage were Musk's responses? Get ready for a spicy showdown.
You think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
You don't care?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't think people should care what the media thinks about them. They're terrible judges of character.
Elon Musk and Don Lemon weren't exactly best friends, but they had started a professional partnership. The plan was for Lemon to host a show on Twitter, a collaboration that seemed destined for big profits with no drama. But things took a turn when Musk realized Lemon wasn't just a supporter of woke culture, he was one of its top figures. Before committing to a multi-million-dollar deal, Musk, always the tactician, decided to give Lemon a trial run. He invited him to Tesla's headquarters in Texas for an interview. The result? Lemon didn't just miss the mark. He flopped spectacularly, like a failed short seller bet on a Tesla stock. Here's the first misstep.
Recently met with Donald Trump in Florida. What did you guys talk about?
I was at a dinner. I was not done. I was at a breakfast at a friend's place, and Donald Trump came by. That's it.
So you didn't go there to meet him?
No, I went to a friend of mine's house, and it said Donald Trump's coming by for breakfast. Is that just so you know? Like, okay, fine.
Did you catch that moment when Don Lemon boldly claimed Elon Musk met with Donald Trump, only for Musk to casually correct him? Musk explained he was simply at a friend's house when Trump happened to drop by. Classic Musk, cool, composed, and lightly amused. Any decent journalist would have taken the cue and moved on, but not Lemon. Oh no, he doubled down, questioning if Musk was sure he didn't go there just to meet Trump. Musk had already made it clear it was a coincidence, yet Lemon tried to spin it like it was an intentional meetup. It wasn't journalism, it was a clumsy attempt at a gotcha moment, leaving Lemon with a public facepalm. Then came the absurd question.
Did he ask you for money?
He didn't.
Did he ask you for a donation?
No.
When Don Lemon asked, "Did Trump ask you for money?" It wasn't just confusing for Musk. It had everyone, including some of the woke crowd, questioning why that was even relevant. Clearly, Lemon wasn't just probing. He was trying to provoke Musk into revealing details about his brief meeting with Trump. Spoiler, Musk didn't fall for it, leaving Lemon floundering like a reporter trying to land a role on a conspiracy podcast. But then, things took an unexpected turn, adding a new layer of intrigue to the whole exchange.
Do you think if you moderated yourself more, if there was better content moderation on the platform, that you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the great replacement theory as it relates to
I don't have to
Democrats,
answer these questions.
the great replacement theory as it relates to Jewish people? Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I would not do an interview with this.
By this point, Musk had clearly lost patience with Don Lemon's pointless, loaded questions. He decided to shut Lemon down, dismantling his line of questioning and probably leaving his ego in tatters. Let's face it, Musk wasn't obligated to answer Lemon's questions. He was only there out of courtesy due to their potential deal for Lemon to host a show on Twitter. But once the questions turned into cheap gotcha attempts, Musk wasn't having it anymore. Lemon, realizing his traps weren't working, tried to turn the tables by asking Musk a question designed to emotionally manipulate him.
Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm
or that
criticized constantly. I could care less.
You don't care?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't think people should care what the media thinks about them. They're terrible judges of character.
Elon Musk delivered another devastating truth bomb, leaving Don Lemon scrambling for cover. Musk didn't just make a point, he nailed it, calling out the media's complete failure in reading people's true character. His sharp critique exposed how the media, with their simplistic, one-dimensional views of both him and Donald Trump, were completely out of touch. Musk's words didn't just highlight the media's incompetence, they shattered the woke narrative built on oversimplification and self-righteousness. His unapologetic truth-telling dismantled the usual spin, reducing woke arguments to meaningless noise. But Musk wasn't done yet. He saved his most powerful strike for last.
You recently called content moderation, though, a digital chastity belt. Do you think that you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform?
I think we have a responsibility to adhere to the law, and we have a responsibility to be transparent about when things are shown, why they're shown. That's why we open source our algorithm. I think once you start going beyond the law, now you're putting your thumb on the scale.
Elon Musk isn't about to become the very thing he's fighting against. While the woke mob is infamous for resorting to questionable tactics, even bending or breaking the law to push their agenda, Musk remains guided by principle. He stands strong in defense of the rule of law, particularly the First Amendment's guarantee of free speech, even when it's inconvenient or unpopular. Musk understands that adopting the same tactics as your adversaries means surrendering the fight. His unwavering dedication to these values frustrates critics who thrive on hypocrisy. For Musk, defending free speech isn't just a right, it's a duty, and he embraces it despite the inevitable backlash. But Lemon, relentless as ever, wasn't backing down and aimed for a low blow.
It doesn't concern you that hate speech has gone. Research shows that it's gone up on the platform since you took over. That's not concerning to you?
I believe that is false. In fact, the research that I've seen says it went down.
The study from the Institute of Strategic Dialogue found that anti-Semitic tweets doubled from June 22 to February 2023. One study reported that as many as 86% of the posts reported for hateful content remained up after being reported. Hate speech on the platform.
Don Lemon's desperate attempt to corner Elon Musk on the tired hate speech on Twitter narrative is a prime example of the woke mob clinging to any excuse to take down the world's richest man. It almost feels like there's a playbook circulating among journalists, and you can almost see Musk mentally rolling his eyes at this predictable line of questioning. He's probably wondering if there's a bingo card for this. Honestly, Musk's restraint in not tossing his phone at Lemon deserves recognition. Remaining cool as ever, Musk tore apart Lemon's weak accusations with such poise and precision that it would make even a chess grandmaster envious. If this exchange were a sport, Musk would be scoring touchdowns while Lemon was fumbling at the 5-yard line.
So what they will typically do is they will count the number of posts, but not count the number of views. So what matters is, was that post given high visibility, or what did like one person see it? And if you look at the number of views of how many times was hate content viewed on our platform, it is down substantially.
Yeah. Well, that's not was what the study shows. And you said you like transparency. I'm going to show you this. And
Don, you can get a study that will tell you whatever you want.
Elon Musk delivered yet another crushing blow, this time with the precision of a skilled fencer and the calm demeanor of someone who's been through this countless times before. Don Lemon, feeling proud of his research, tried to bring it up, only for Musk to dismantle it effortlessly. Musk pointed out how Lemon's research conveniently ignored the key detail: how many people had actually seen the post. As a data-driven powerhouse, Musk then calmly shared his own findings, showing that views of hate content on X had dropped dramatically. If that wasn't a perfect mic drop, I don't know what is. But Lemon, clearly unwilling to accept reality, dug up another study as if to launch another gotcha attack. Musk's deadpan response was spot on. Anyone can find a study to fit their biases, no matter how nonsensical. At this point, Lemon might as well have referenced a fortune cookie instead.
You claim that DEI is killing people. Specifically, you point to medicine. You claim that DEI programs are putting people at risk. Do you really believe this to be true? And what evidence do you have to support it?
What I was referring to there was that if we lower the standards for doctors, such so that they, if the test for a doctor is lowered, then the probability of them making a mistake and killing someone is obviously going to be higher.
Elon Musk made a simple and direct point. If medical school admissions prioritize skin color over intelligence and competence, it's a disaster waiting to happen. After all, when you're on the operating table, your main concern is the surgeon's skill, not whether they tick the diversity boxes. Musk's argument cuts through the noise, highlighting that lowering standards for the sake of diversity doesn't promote equity. It leads to chaos. It's like hiring a pilot for their fashion sense instead of their ability to land a plane. The uniform might look good, but you'd prefer a safe landing over a stylish outfit. You'd think this was common sense, right? Yet, Don Lemon and his woke followers weren't convinced. Undeterred, Lemon dug deep into his arsenal, pulled out his last argument, and went for a desperate Hail Mary attempt to counter Musk.
Let's talk more about free speech and for advertisers, right? Because all this controversy, I believe, as you know, has made X less appealing to advertisers. About half of them have left the platform. You call advertisers that left X.com. You said they were oppressors. You've even gone as far as saying it publicly that they can go F themselves or go fuck themselves.
If they're going to force censorship on the company before advertising, then obviously I find that unacceptable.
Here we go again. Another tired, overused critique of Elon Musk's refusal to cave to woke advertisers demanding censorship on X. It's like watching the same frustrating rerun endlessly. Musk has made his position clear. He won't censor speech unless it crosses legal boundaries. Simple, right? Not for Don Lemon, who seems to struggle with this straightforward concept, as if Musk's words are written in an ancient script. Even if Musk tattooed lawful free speech on his forehead, Lemon would likely still misinterpret it. Musk's stance is clear. The line is at legality, not personal offense. Yet, here we are again, with people pretending they don't understand. Spoiler, it doesn't end well for them.
You can absolutely choose next to which content do you want your advertising to appear. Absolutely, of course. And we have, I think, very good ad placement controls in this regard.
Yeah. So you said if they kill the company, it's them. But doesn't the buck stop with you? I mean, you're on.
I have to say, choose your question carefully. There's 5 minutes left.
At this point, Musk was clearly frustrated, struggling to keep his anger in check as Don Lemon relentlessly asked the same predictable questions. Confronting the woke mob must feel like trying to argue with a brick wall, except that wall occasionally hurls outdated talking points back at you. No matter how many times Musk uses logic, data, and nuanced explanations, he's met with willful misinterpretation and recycled accusations. You could almost feel Musk's inner frustration, wondering how many times he has to debunk the same points. For someone who thrives on innovation and progress, these circular arguments must feel like trying to launch a rocket while stuck in a never-ending childish debate.
I'm just being honest, right? I'm not trying to, get you or anything. I was just surprised that you would blame other people for killing the company. I mean, when you say the buck stops with the President of the United States, regardless of what happens, right? So, why would that question upset you? You seem upset by it, are you?
I think
and I'm not trying to upset you.
You are upsetting me because the way you're phrasing the questions, I think, is not cogent.
It's got to sting, but let's face it, Don Lemon brought it upon himself. If you keep poking a beehive despite countless warnings, you can't be surprised when the swarm comes after you. Lemon, in his infinite wisdom, thought he could trap Elon Musk and come out unscathed. Spoiler alert, he didn't. Lemon tried to ignite a fiery confrontation, completely unaware that Musk didn't just bring a match, he had a flamethrower and a smirk ready to go. The result? Lemon got burned, while Musk walked away without a single scratch. Here's a pro tip. Don't start a fire if you're not prepared to handle it. But instead of accepting defeat, the ever-woke Lemon wasn't ready to back down. He didn't just take the L and move on. No, he decided to double down. His next move? Suing Musk and Twitter for millions of dollars because apparently taking accountability isn't part of his playbook. Classic move from the woke crowd. When they don't get their way, they don't self-reflect, they throw tantrums. And in this case, the stakes are higher and the tantrums louder. In the end, Lemon's attempt to outmaneuver Musk spectacularly backfired. From failing Musk's woke test to suing Twitter for millions, his tactics ended up being more about drama than substance. Meanwhile, Musk remains unshaken, dismantling weak arguments with ease, showing the world why he's the billionaire innovator. And that wraps up today's video. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.